Hello dear viewers, a very warm welcome to our channel. It's very good to have you here. In this video we are going to have a look at how to inspect a circuit breaker. A circuit breaker is a device that is going to act as a switch, and it's also a control device. Once there is a high current passing through the circuit, it will trip and disconnect, protecting your electrical loads. For example, this particular contact breaker is like 160 ampere. This is rated for 160 ampere, and right here this one is rated for 80 ampere. Now, how do we inspect? Begin inspecting operation of the contact breaker first by visual inspection. Make sure that the contacts where terminals are going to be connected are clean, and make sure that all the screws are there available, and look around for any corrosion, any type of rust. And then go ahead and see if the switch latches properly or not. When you turn it on, you should hear a very strong latching sound as a spring snaps into contact. Listen, this is very nice. Now it is closing in a very nice spring load. It should be turned off and on easily. This is one method of inspecting. If it is not moving freely like so, it is defective. Then go ahead and use a multimeter to see if it is electrically good or not. For electrical continuity, we are going to measure basically two things. One, there has to be continuity between the terminals. When turned on, there has to be continuity through these lines, and there should not be short circuit across these terminals. Let's go ahead and do that. So when turned to the off position, there should be no continuity. Let's place multimeter on the beeping test so that you can use an audible test. You can also put it on resistance, lowest resistance value, and measure resistance. For this, let's place it on continuity and see. Now look, when turned off, there should be no continuity between these terminals. Let's go ahead and confirm that. First check. First terminal, there is no continuity. Second terminal, no continuity. Third terminal, no continuity. All you have to do is simply place your multimeter lead on here, and there should be no continuity when it is turned off. Let's go ahead and place it on on position. Now there should be continuity across all the members. Let's go ahead and check. We have continuity right here. Let's go ahead and place it on the second. We have continuity right there. Put it on the third. There is also continuity. So this breaker, when turned on, it has showed continuity. So it has passed the continuity test. Now let's go ahead and see the short circuit test. For the short circuit test, simply place your multimeter on one terminal and place it on the neighboring terminal. There should be no continuity. No beeping should be there. See, there is no continuity right here. Go ahead and do the same for this. No continuity right here also. Let's flip it and see if there is any short circuit. There is no internal short, and also there is no internal short. So the short circuit is there is no short circuit across the terminals. Now, when measuring the continuity, if you find at least one of the terminal has no continuity, then you should stop using these three-phase terminals. Otherwise, it will lead to motor damage. It will lead to blown out motors because of missing phase. Make sure that all the three are continuous. And finally, the final test is the trip test. If you want to see if the breaker will trip when electric current exceeds the maximum value, simply put it on position and press this test button. If you see right here, there is a test. You press on the test and it should trip. It should turn off. If it trips, it means this circuit breaker is functioning properly, and it can trip when there is excess current. Let's go ahead and try that. See? Now it has tripped. To engage it, put it on off and reopen it and press it right here. See? So this is the test button that you can see if it is snapping out of continuity. when there is high current flow or not. So this is how you check operation of this breaker. Similarly, we have another breaker with 160 ampere. Let's go ahead and measure operation of this breaker. Physical inspection, when you look at physically, there is no damage, no visible damage right here. So, but when you look right here, you see there is a burned contact. Right here, there is a burned contact. So more probably, this might be defective due to this excessive current. You see, if there is excessive current like this in one of the phase due to loose contact. If there is loose contact, that can cause excessive arcing, and it can cause excessive current flow, and that can be very damaging to the contact breaker. So let's go ahead and see if it is latching to off on position. As you can see, it is not latching nicely to the on position. It is not reaching fully on. See, it is not fully on. It means this breaker is defective. See, it's not like, look at the difference. Like right here, we have a very nice latching. Look at here. Snaps off, snaps on. See, this is when the spring, the staff spring is keeping the contacts closed and keeping them separated. There has to be a strong latching sound of this kind. But when it comes to right here, there is no such thing. See, when turn it to off, it simply slides. When placed to on position, even it is not reaching to the on position, rather it is remaining on the trap position. This is when current passes through and breaker trips, it comes to this position. When it is on, it was supposed to go the full length, but now it is not there. So obviously, due to this, even if you measure continuity between the terminals, you will not find any continuity. Let's go ahead and measure continuity. See, no continuity right here. Let's go ahead and measure on the second. There is no continuity right here. Still, there is no continuity on the third also. If it is connected, when always may remember, when you are connecting this, always try to insert separators right here. This slot is for inserting separators that can prevent any type of cross arcing of electric, or if there are any bare metals that can cross, that can be prevented by inserting insulators in here. So make sure that you insert them on the both direction, on the outlet, on the inlet direction as well. So this circuit breaker is defective, it needs to be replaced, but this one is working nicely, so it can be reused again. So this is how you can simply test circuit breakers. In your automotive application, if you are driving an electric vehicles, some electric vehicles are equipped with this type of circuit breakers. And if you are an electrician, there are majority of motors that are controlled. This is an industrial standard circuit breaker. It's a 3-phase one. Always make sure that all the phases are connected properly. So this is how you can simply check operation of a circuit breaker. Irrespective of the current value, even though the current value is higher or lower, the test procedure is the same. Physically inspect, make sure that it snaps with a strong closing and opening force, and make sure that you have continuity, and make sure that there is no short circuit. This is how you can simply check operation of a circuit breaker. Well, that is all we have for you in this video regarding inspection of a circuit breaker. If you find this video helpful and if you enjoy what has been presented, go ahead and smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, do subscribe, turn on notification so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.